John, just what was it like to have Xavier and Ty back? And did you notice a lot of rust with them? And how are they doing, I guess, physically right now?
I haven't asked them how they're doing after the game, but they were rusty to get started, and then they got going. We the way we started the game, the just unaggressiveness, and it puts a sad look on your face. You're getting knocked around, and they got every 50-50 ball. But here's what I said at halftime. I walked in half laughing. Well, I was laughing. We're down 6 guys, 0 for 8, haven't made a 3. Think about how you personally played, and we're down 6. Let's just play. Let's see what happens. I know you're going to ask me about the call with a minute to go. Let me go watch the tape. I'm not sure you should make that. And it was the game, that play. It may have been the right call. Well, we'll see. So the reality of it is we had some 50-50 balls. We had a throw to the rim where we didn't have to do that. We were doing fine. We were shooting 60% in the second half. Why did you throw that? So there were things like that we hurt ourselves, but they're a good team. They went through Note, and he did pretty good. I tried to put Jacob on him, couldn't play him. Absolutely. I don't know what the problem was, but he scored 3 straight baskets on Jacob. I thought normally Jacob's that guy. Had that look on his face today, and I don't know why. We'll have to talk about it when we get back.
Daryl.
Yeah, John. Besides you guys, there's the other 3 really good teams: Auburn, Arkansas, Tennessee. You had to play all 3 on the road, and unfortunately for you guys, you lost all 3. Does that help you at all for March? Kind of toughen the high for what's coming, or not?
I don't think it helps us, but what it does is for the net and in league standings. I don't know how it's a lopsided schedule compared to the other teams. It just is, but that's okay. We're playing for something bigger than just a seed or the league championship. We always play bigger than that. And we've had teams finish 4th in this league, and we played the last game of the year. So you know what? We're going to keep trying to get better. Whatever the schedule is, we still got a game at Florida. So we got a tough road to hoe, but it's, we had some guys. They're not robots. They're not machines, and they did not play well. They didn't. And there were a couple guys. Well, that hurts us. After I saw the start of the game, I said, we're throwing it to Oscar every single time we can. That's what I said to him. If you're timid and you don't want to do stuff, throw it to him. Let him go. And that's what we did.
John Clay.
There towards the end when Keon took the 3, was that the play you drew up, or did they take away what you wanted?
I just wish he would have shot it straight. I'm trying to get these guys to forget about missing and making. Just think about this ball's going straight. You can't have 2 thoughts at one time, except Larry Vaught. He has 3 at one time. But the normal human being has 1 thought at a time. So how about we force that? I'm going to miss this. If I don't make this, we lose. And we focus on the ball is going to go straight. And that's what I've been hitting all these guys, free throws and everything else. You guys got some stinking thinking going on. And again, we can blame anybody, you and me, and take him out when he misses a shot. And you all know that's just not true. And so, but it was a good shot for him. I wish you'd have made it, but it was a good shot for him.
And I know Kellen was in foul trouble in the first half, but did they do anything in particular to take him away from you?
He did not work until the very last 3. And I kept saying, when Oscar gets it, why are you standing? So the last play, pull it up on the tape. He went 4 steps out and raced to the corner and got a wide open shot. It's the only time all game he did it. And I probably said it in every huddle 10 times during the game. He and Davion both, they just stood on the perimeter. And their guys are long enough to play it. You got to move. And it didn't matter where you moved to, just move.
John Hale.
How Kellen, Jacob, Davion, those guys played so well in the 2 games where you were shorthanded this week and then didn't have their best games today. Is there any correlation there, or what do you think the step back was?
No, I don't think it is. They're just not machine. They're not going to play great. And when another guy comes in and hits first, it really affects your psyche. It does. It makes you like, oh, you walk in the ring and you start swinging right away, you're the tough guy. The other guy does, you're not the tough guy, and it's hard. But they'll be fine. They just, again, let's all recognize that we all could have done better. I could have done better. The last play for Kellen to shoot that out of bounds play, I had another call and I didn't make it. The one that got blocked. I had a play that would have been better for him and us. The out of bounds where we were throwing it out top, we were in really good shape to get something good. We really were. And, they call the offensive foul with a minute to go in the game.
Kyle Tucker.
Yeah, Cal, with I think 2.5 minutes to go, Kellen had one shot attempt. You mentioned he didn't work until the end there. But when you find yourself in those stretches where he's kind of disappeared on you, is there
Just get him.
something you can do to kind of kickstart him?
Who is that?
Kellen, I know you said he didn't work until the end, but when you find yourself in a game and there's a long stretch where he's disappeared, is there something you can do, coach wise to
you
sort of
do
get him
some
going?
stuff and you move, but they're playing plays. Here's what I'd say. I come to you again and tell you, every one of us, the only thing is we didn't guard their play in the middle of the court very well. We were trying to do something fancy, and then we would just play your own guy. But the reality of it is, if you know what they're running for a guy, you can take those away. You have got to work harder than they are to stop you. And we ran some stuff to try to kick back and get shots. But you know what? We ran them on the baseline. We ran them on down screens. They worked harder. He couldn't get a shot off. It is what it is. And that's when you say, you know what? He is fighting more than you're fighting to stop you. So we'll go everything to Oscar. And that's what we did, and had a chance to win, which is crazy. When you have Davion, Kellen made his last basket, the 3. I mean, that was it. I mean, think about it. And we had our chances to win. We're a good team. We're good. There's stuff that we got to keep. You got to have a full roster playing well. And most of that becomes, again, an enthusiastic, spirited physicalness that I am going to build my confidence through that, not through let me have shots. It was what Nick Saban said, to result oriented versus the grind oriented. The grind every day. If you're results oriented, it's how many minutes, how many shots, why didn't you run this for me? Look, just can you be a better player than you are? Let's work on that. Be a more well-rounded player. And that's for everybody, which is what we're working on. I could have gone to Bryce a little bit more. I went to him and I had him at the 4. We hadn't practiced with him much at the 4. So, I was going with the guys at the end that I thought, we could make plays with.
Larry Vaught.
John, talking about all that, and as you said, all things considering, yet you still have a chance to win. What does that tell you a little bit more about your team? And also kind of talk about the way that Oscar responded when you needed him to respond today.
He came in the huddle and said, look, that guy can't guard me. And he doesn't say anything. How about this? Doesn't say a word to the officials. Doesn't. He may look at the guy and say, you saw him grab my arm. Why would you not call that? He may say that, but I mean, he's not yelling and he just plays. And he's playing for his teammates, and the stuff that he's doing and the way he's shooting the ball, even passing the ball better. We got to have some other guys play. We had 2 rusties in there, and we had a couple other guys that didn't play very well. And we had our chances to win. We could have won the game anyway.
Daryl.
Yeah, John, I think this is 4 straight games you've trailed by double digits in the first half, 1-2 lost to. Is that coincidence or is that a concern going forward?
Yeah, I don't know. I may switch around who I'm starting just to change it, but we'll see. Again, I got to watch the tape and, see why it was, what it was, what did they do, what did we do. But in the end, you guys know we could have won the game. So now we go home and got a home game, got a road game, and it's over. And now we start tournament play, which is why we do what we do.
Last one, Jeff Drummond.
Oh, sorry about that. Yeah, Cal, Note had 30, but his last bucket came with about 9 minutes left. Did they do something to kind of take advantage of the focus on him kind of down the stretch with the other guys?
Now, well, they threw it to Williams a couple times, and it was as much as our scheming. Like we just got screwed up. They got like layup, and one and a jumper. Think about that. And I thought we did a good job on Note, except for Jacob. Jacob struggled with it. But the other guys I thought did a really good job in the second half, made him take tough shots and got some jump balls and all that. So